been so long since we have gathered as a sector in real life, or flesh PANNZ, I like to call it, rather than IRL.
It is just so great to be all together again. We've tried over the last few years to, greater or lesser points of success, I guess, but it's just so nice to have everyone together. There's no replacement for the person-to-person live connection, and you can do so much online, but actually this is where most of the business gets done, and it's just fantastic to be back.
So much has happened over the last 3 years, especially with COVID, and for us in Hawke's Bay with the cyclone. So it's important for us to continue to connect and always be kind of having things eye to eye, face to face.
I think what's been really important about the arts market this year, or maybe any year, is the connection, the ongoing connection with the international arts community.
For me, it's been an opportunity to really gain a much better understanding of the whole performing arts landscape here in New Zealand. I really feel like I'm walking away with a knowledge of how it works and how it links and who are the players.
I guess for me it's mostly been about sort of connections and meeting people. There are a lot of people that I've interacted with over Zoom or over Teams, but actually being in person and saying, oh, you're such and such, and strengthening and deepening some of the existing relationships, meeting new people.
It's been really interesting to hear artists talk about their practice and what their future and their dreams are, and I think as an arts professional in another country to be able to have the opportunity to advocate for those artists and their stories.
In terms of my role with Asia New Zealand Foundation, we are all about building connections with the New Zealand arts sector and Asia, and so the opportunity to bring 3 really influential arts presenters down here is amazing, and there's no better platform to do it than PANNZ.
There's a great deal of candour in the discussion as a result of what we've navigated, not only in the last 3 years, but in terms of what particularly participants in the North Island have been through over the last 6 weeks. And so it feels like there's a need to operate with no bullshit.
I think we probably have a lot of these conversations in the privacy of our own homes, or in discrete working spaces. But this is our chance to blow those conversations open.
The kōrero around Indigenous theatre and climate conscious making has also been really inspirational.
We're facing budget cuts. The Mayor's proposing all sorts of crazy, sort of things that will slash and burn like a lot of community budgets, including that for the arts, So at the moment, my thinking's all about just, protect what we have, hold on to what we have, and keep what we have going. That's the important thing.
Infrastructure and investment that really considers how touring works and how tours can be developed and how we need to work together on that in a sort of quite consistent and coherent way, and that sometimes takes definitely takes the funding bodies to sort of recognise that.
Otherwise, it's only half a conversation. You go, yes, we'd love to see you, but can you get there? Because like any touring, it obviously needs support. So it's continuing the conversations with real backup.
There are very pressing needs around the value of the arts against the investment in the arts. We're kind of navigating the dumpster fire, and our hands are burning, and we've got to find ways to hold hands even though they're really hot. That's a terrible analogy.
We probably need to come together as a sector on climate change at any rate and agree on a set of principles that we will work towards. I would love to see every organisation that has a representative here working with a carbon budget and cutting their emissions year on year.
I think there's some really interesting conversations around cultural competency or cultural empathy, and recognising the resources that's required around that. So I don't know how we do it, particularly with no money, but it's got to start somewhere.
Don't drop the ball. Just keep talking and actually connect and actually take action.
And I really hope that my presence here has meant that there is some opportunities in the future for these wonderful artists that I've been able to meet and hear about their work.
I love to see us having aspirations for a better future, and the positivity towards those that's in the room is really palpable.